From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Friday morning. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We are live at 6 a.m. and we have a lot to talk about. Very impactful weather for this weekend. We are talking Arctic air. We are talking feels like temperatures in the single digits and the lower teens. So very cold air on the way. Now today, not really feeling like December. Temperatures will be close to 60 degrees, but we will certainly be feeling like the dead of winter by the time we get to Sunday. So I will have everything that you need to know here in this weather update live at 6 a.m. as well as your weekend forecast and as well as how long that bitter cold air is going to last. So let's go ahead and start off with what's going on right now. We have temperatures pretty much above freezing for everybody except for the Shoals area. You folks are right at freezing this morning. Everybody else though in the mid to upper 30s and even into the lower 40s in some places. No matter where you are, you're going to need a jacket this morning, maybe a layer or two, because yes, it is still cold, but by the time we get to this afternoon, we are going to be feeling much better. We are going to have a wind out of the south for the rest of today, gusting up to 20 miles an hour, bringing us into those upper 50s to lower 60s by this afternoon. So a nice day is in store. We have to enjoy these temperatures while we've got them. We have a pretty much a clear sky overlooking the entire Tennessee Valley for Lawrenceburg. Our Arctic Air Skycam network showing a nice calm start to this Friday. Temperatures above freezing here in Lawrence County. A southerly wind blowing at about 9 miles an hour at this time. Over into Columbia and Murray County, another calm and quiet start to this Friday on the downtown square. A south-southwest wind blowing about 7 miles an hour, a little bit warmer into those lower 40s into Murray County at this time. Florence looking fantastic. Temperatures in the 40s. I think we're a little bit cooler than that as you saw in our current temperature reading, but still a nice start to our day all across the Tennessee Valley. A little bit of a chilly start, but we will be feeling fantastic by this afternoon. Again, that breeze out of the south blowing about 15 to 20 miles an hour will be warming us up into those upper 50s to lower 60s. Very comfortable this afternoon. Also a little bit breezy. So just keep that in mind. We'll see if clouds filter in and out, but a partly cloudy day, a dry day in store on this Friday. So be sure to spend some time outdoors because you will certainly want to park yourself inside by the time we get to the end of the weekend. Saturday looking okay. Clouds will start to increase. We'll have a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow compared to today. Winds will start to shift out of the north, especially by the afternoon. We have an Arctic front on the way, bringing us maybe a shower or two by Saturday evening. But then once that front passes through, that Arctic air is going to rush in, and it is going to rush in rather quickly. We get down quickly into those lower 20s for Saturday night into Sunday morning. High pressure sets up, allowing that Arctic air to really settle on in deep into the Tennessee Valley. Now, the good news, we will not have a cloud in the sky by Sunday afternoon, continuing into Monday, so it will at least look nice outside, but do not let that deceive you. Temperatures, air temperatures not getting above freezing for about 36 hours between Saturday night and Monday morning. So a nice little cold stretch. It will be short-lived. I'll have more on that here in just a moment, but that Arctic air going to settle in, and I'll show you those feels like temperatures here in just a moment. But just so you know, on the front end, you may have to be dripping your faucets this weekend heading into Saturday night and continuing into Monday morning, because again, we are not going to get above freezing for about 36 hours. We see high pressure still stay in the area Monday into Tuesday, but then heading into Tuesday, we are going to start to warm back up and eventually thaw out. But here are those feels like temperatures. Remember our feels like, which is our wind chill this time of year, making things colder than they actually are. We have very cold air temperatures, and then paired with a wind out of the north, that's going to make it feel even colder out there. So these are the feels like temperatures. Sunday morning into the single digits. Very cold. I, for one, am not sure I'm going to be leaving my house on Sunday. I may make it to church, but that is about it. We are going to be very cold. Those upper single digits as well as the low to mid teens for wind chill values Sunday morning. Now, if you are going to be outside, and if you are going to be outside for more than maybe a minute or two, you are going to need to bundle up and layer up. This is borderline dangerous cold in terms of the wind chills, so be sure to protect yourself on Sunday morning, pretty much Saturday night through Monday morning. Sunday afternoon, we are not getting very warm. Again, air temperatures will be below freezing, and then those feels like wind chill values into the teens all across the board. We are going to be very, very cold. The middle of the day is not going to be helping us whatsoever. Very cold still overnight Sunday into Monday. In fact, Monday morning probably going to be the coldest actual air temperatures. And then those wind chill values still into those lower to mid teens. Very cold still Monday morning, and then Monday afternoon we start to eventually get above freezing by the afternoon, looking like the upper 30s for high temperatures. So we will eventually thaw back out, but it will pack quite the punch for the end of the weekend. So again, today's upper 50s to lower 60s, be sure to enjoy them while we've got them. A wind out of the south for today, winds shifting to the north for your Saturday, still reaching the mid 50s, but we will start to see that cold air filter in. You will notice it by the evening, and then we fall back into the lower 20s Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then remember those feels like temperatures into the teens and maybe even into the upper single digits. So very cold air if you're going to be out and about for the second half of the weekend. Again, you will have to layer up with more layers than you typically use. Very, very cold air settling in. Then for your Monday, that's when we finally get back above freezing by Monday afternoon, close to 40 degrees. And hey, we are right back to right around 50 by Tuesday. So again, a short-lived cold spell, but certainly packing a punch. Again, Saturday night through Monday morning. That's when we have that borderline dangerous cold. But again, for today, we are still in great shape on this December Friday here. Temperatures starting off above freezing for most of us in the 30s, so you do need a jacket for this morning, but by the afternoon, as you're picking your kids up from the bus stop, we are going to be close to 60 degrees. So again, a pleasant day with a partly cloudy sky. Not bad for today. However, things take a serious turn by the second half of the weekend. So upper 50s to lower 60s for today, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. We stay mostly dry for Saturday, by the way, with that Arctic front moving through. It's just going to be such a strong front. We can't rule out a few showers getting squeezed out of it. Now, this is going to be before those temperatures come crashing down, so we are just going to be dealing with rain showers, if anything at all. And then we go from the 50s down into the 20s. So that's about a 30-degree temperature drop between Saturday afternoon into the overnight. And then we are not getting above freezing. In fact, not even out of the 20s on Sunday. Very cold air, a mostly sunny sky. So there is the bright side of the forecast. Temperatures falling very cold overnight Sunday into Monday. We're talking air temperatures into the lower teens, and then those feels like values into, again, those single digits both Sunday morning, then those feels like temperatures in the teens for Sunday afternoon with that wind out of the north, and then we stay very cold Sunday night into Monday. That is going to be, again, like I said, the coldest air temperature that we will see out of this Arctic blast. And then for your Monday, plenty of sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures eventually getting above freezing by the afternoon, starting to thaw things out, and then we are back into the 50s by Tuesday and Wednesday, and even into the 60s by Thursday. So hey, let's go ahead and just get through what we can and tackle what we can, because warmer weather is on the way. But just remember, for this weekend, you'll probably have to drip your pipes temperatures below freezing for about 36 hours Saturday night through Monday morning. And again, be sure to protect yourself and avoid going outdoors if you can, but if you have to, be sure to layer up and protect yourself. That's a check at your local weather forecast on this Friday morning. Again, a nice warm day is expected for today, so be sure to enjoy the outdoors for today after or while we park ourselves inside on Sunday.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.